What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Kylie Minogue, and once again, big shout out to Robert, as well as to Mark and Nicola and others who've commented in this still very early deep dive. And I'm going to listen to the last tune in the select folder, which is to say Robert arranged a number of folders related to her albums and releases, but they're not in their entirety. They're a selection in each case for the different releases and periods. Nevertheless, the last track in this folder for the era of her Kylie album is a track which I don't think is on the album proper, because again, when I start going through an album or a selected part of an album, I usually check the master release on Discogs, and especially For You, which apparently done is either in duet or like in conjunction with Jason Donovan, which incidentally I had a friend at elementary school or primary school whose name was Jason Donovan. So yes, completely irrelevant, but I hadn't thought of that name in a very long time, so that it took me back. Nevertheless, on the master release on Discogs, it doesn't show this track, so I'm guessing this was a B-side or a non-album single from the same era as her debut album. But yes, Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan, Especially For You, is the name of this file in the folder. So, Especially For You, something that is either specifically tailored for, or at the very least, meant for a person highly specifically, and not something that the person in question, the narrator, the protagonist, let's say, would give or provide for just anyone, or maybe even other people in their immediate orbit. It is especially for the person being addressed. Given the context of a lot of pop songs, my inclination is to see that in relation to a romantic affinity, if not at a relationship, an intimate partner, someone who has a special emotional and indeed romantic importance to the person speaking. Of course, I could be wrong there. I'll see what I can catch on a first listen. Let's hear it. This is Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan, and the track is Especially For You, which, as I said, I don't think is from her 1988 Kylie album, but is presumably from the same period in her career.
That way too. And if dreams were wings, you know
subtle beginning to the fade out, a pretty gradual one, which, again, in the world of fade outs, I'll take a gradual, long arc one rather than the drop off the cliff type of fade out. In any case, the devotional feeling from both of them is pretty clear, which is to say, it's a two-sided song, but their feelings are mutual. They are thinking on the same level of affinity and desire for this relationship to flourish and extend. So yeah, the idea that maybe both of them went through some tough times. Certainly he's saying to her, I want you to put all that pain behind you. No more dreaming about tomorrow, that maybe one day things will change. Like, the change is here and now, and she's saying the same. Although it does sound like maybe they're apart from each other as they're saying this. Maybe he, for practical purposes, is, on a business trip, or they're not immediately physically together, and he's saying something to the effect of, if dreams had wings, I'd be right there with you right now. So emotionally, I feel like there's no separation whatsoever, though it seems like practically they're in a situation where they're actually, telephoning each other, or, conveying their thoughts across the ether of communication. But yes, it feels like they both feel like they found the one, and, he wants to, or she wants to draw the love out of his heart, and again, he wants to, make sure that she doesn't feel bad anymore and she can forget the hard experiences that she's gone through. And they're both very caught up in this relationship together, feeling great about it and wanting the other to know. And so the fact that they're singing in duet the same lines, the same sentiments, the same feeling in their heart it makes it, again, a two-sided song, but where they're in perfect symmetry, as opposed to one of those two-sided songs where, you get one angle on it and then the other angle is like, whoa, like, so they obviously had very different views of what's happening here, like, Human League, Don't You Want Me, something like that. So, yes, it's a beautiful tune in terms of the sentiment. Sonically, I mean, it's a ballad. Sometimes when I say that, though, I feel like I'm referencing a tune that has a bit more weight to it. This one's a very light and, frothy kind of ballad, which might be because the sentiment is just so overwhelmingly positive. So, yes, it's got less of a, dancey 80s synth-pop sound and more of that, timeless, emotional song sort of feeling to it. I do enjoy Mr. Donovan's voice. He sounds good in the parts where he comes in, and they, again, sound good in unison in the parts where they're, duetting very directly. But yeah, again, it's an emotional song, a happy emotional song. So again, without the weight or, heaviness of feeling that some romantic ballads give you. And yes, a nice end to this phase of the Kylie journey. Again, maybe at some point we'll loop back and we'll go through some of the tunes that weren't in these selections, but I really do appreciate Robert not only providing a great deal of music, not just with Kylie, though specifically with Kylie, especially for Kylie, but yes, there are, as I said, selections in these various folders. In the moment, I'm forgetting what the next folder is, but we can look because I do have the master folder out. So it's Enjoy Yourself 89, and there's only 2 tracks in there. So the next one we're going to hear from Kylie is Hand on Your Heart, which is apparently from the era of her 89 album, I'm assuming. Obviously it could be, an EP or a compilation, something like that, but I'm assuming this is an album. There's 2 tracks in there, and Hand on Your Heart will be the next one. So let me know what you think of this, and I'll see you for that one. Peace.